Hello and welcome. It's the Friday Underground stream, and with me tonight we got Chris Fisk. How you doing, brother?
Hey, doing pretty good. Friday.
That beanie looks awesome on you.
Oh yeah, I'm Tim pulling it up right now.
Dude, that's
Shadow the Kraken.
Hell yeah. Yeah, which again, shipping right now for those who, if you missed it, go grab it. Go grab a copy. They're going out the door right now. So, yeah, I'm pretty much done with fulfillment, the initial order anyway. And that's a beautiful thing. So,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Chris is sporting them. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Dude, that is sweet. Hell yeah. And I'm so happy too, man. The reviews have been coming in from a bunch of people, and they are like blown away by it. So
nice.
That is a beautiful thing, and I'm so damn happy to see that. Let me say a quick hello to the chat as well. We got Keely Chow, first one up. How you doing, brother? Hope all is well. Chris was saying hi to everybody. We got Small Time Republic in the house as well. Hell, is someone going to tell Vince McMahon you're fired? Yeah, I believe it was his daughter.
Nice.
She's active CEO right now, which is funny because it sounded like they were trying to kick her out of the company or something had happened recently. So this could be also a power play.
Damn.
The McMahons are pretty slimy people.
Damn. Yeah.
We'll get more into that in a sec. King of Squibs, how you doing, man? Hope all is well. That you're having a great day. To me, it's amazing what's going on with all this shit. It's really insane. You got a family of douchebags who've hurt so many people.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me share this as well since I made it. Let's showcase it a little bit. So So tonight is going to be a little bit about the scandal involving McMahon. We're going to talk a little bit about the boys as well. So McMahon, apparently he had an affair with a paralegal in his company for a number of years. And he was when he first started sleeping with her, she automatically got a $200,000 raise. So,
damn.
Yeah. Then apparently he's been with her for a while, and he passed her off to somebody else.
Oh.
Which I believe is the stepfather to the Bella twins. Unbelievable, this story. And so the reports were coming in from the paralegal's friend, who said that she was tossed around and thrown around just like a disposable toy for them. And to shut her up, they kept paying her millions of dollars. So it looks like she's been getting $3 million. I don't know if it's annually or what the deal is. But yeah, McMahon is a special kind of piece of shit. So, for those who were unaware, he had a bunch of scandals involving referees back in the 80s and 90s, alleged molestation of sorts. Again, McMahon looks like he dabbles on both sides of that fence. Yeah, he's a nut job. Then you had the whole scandal with the steroids, where Hulk Hogan could have buried him, and he didn't. He took his side. Who knows if he got extra money for that too? Allegedly, we don't know. But it'd be funny if this is the case that takes him down, because this is involving company money. So that's where the big issue is here. If it was his own personal money he was giving her, no one would have given a shit. But since she got
this is embezzlement.
Yep, that $200,000 for sleeping with the boss. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Damn.
McMahon's a douche. And like I said, his daughter was far too happy to take over. Like I said, it looked like they were pushing her out of the company. They didn't like her views and what was going on. But so the McMahon
I feel like Ken Watanabe. Let them fight. You know?
Yeah, right. What's up, Marinus? Hope you're doing well, brother. Yeah, I heard you can't stay, so no problem, man. No problem. But yeah, all of this stuff is insane. The whole world's been going bonkers. But if this guy finally gets taken down, that'd be excellent. Because, like I said, he's destroyed so many lives. He's hurt so many wrestlers and so many messed up things. And he does it with a smile, and he always gets away with it. So, we'll see. Because old McMahon, he ain't looking so good anymore either. This creep.
It's like the Sith. Evil just comes to the surface.
Yeah, he turned into Soros.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's like your eye bag. Is that like a proportion to how evil you are? Like you get like bigger eye bags?
It's possible. I don't know, man. Tommy, how you doing, brother?
What up? What up? What up?
Hey.
We're going over the McMahon scandal a little bit. But yeah, it's crazy. Dave Meltzer and his partner, they've got like inside information on that stuff, and I was listening to some of that as well. So yeah, it looks pretty bad for McMahon. This guy's a scumbag.
No matter what you heard, none of it's true. I'm telling you, every single one of those guys was juicing before I took over.
Yeah, he also allowed Pat Patterson to run wild. Yeah, and that is true. Yeah, Pat Patterson did a lot of bad things to a lot of wrestlers as well.
Yeah,
crazy.
some quid pro quo stuff. That's disgusting.
Yeah, it's absolutely, man. You're fired. The Iceman Father, how you doing, brother? Dude, yeah, it is absolutely insane. But yeah, I see a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people forgot some of the other shit that this guy was involved in. Yeah, plenty of cover-ups. You name it. Look at this guy. He really does look like he's turning into George Soros. It's disgusting. You know, like he's part frog.
Holy shit!
You know how we feel about frogs, right? If you don't,
man.
we have someone who can tell you.
Friggin' frog's gay!
Fuck him. Fuck his family. Fuck all these people. God fucking damn it, man. What the fuck? Is there nobody fucking pure in this goddamn fucking world? Shit. From end to end. All over.
Sums it up, right?
You know what? For all the things he's done right throughout the years, as far as the way that he's managed the WWF, WWE, you know, the entire corporation, some of the other shit that he's done is completely asinine. Just shows how mentally unstable he is. Like I'll just say one thing: XFL.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh.
What about that boxing thing where like somebody got killed or paralyzed?
Oh yeah, that the Brawl for All. Yeah, he shortened a whole bunch of careers. The Godfather, freaking Bart Gunn. That guy, he was supposed to get a title shot for that. You know what he got instead? He got Butterbean, who freaking like splattered his brains all over that freaking canvas. Yeah. There was a whole bunch of people that got their careers shortened because of that stupid freaking project. Yep. And actually, you know, even though Vince signed off, and we all know who was the one that brainstormed that shit, right?
Was it Russo?
Yep.
Yeah.
Swerve, bro. Swerve. Yeah. And do you know why? Because he was mad at Bradshaw. Yeah, he was mad at Bradshaw because Bradshaw was in the back talking this shit about if this was a real fight, I'd kick everybody's ass in here. So I want to teach this loudmouth a lesson, and I'm going to destroy the entire locker room for my ego. And Vince went right along with it, and he was warned that he shouldn't.
Oh, dude, it's demented, man. It's demented how they just went ahead and did that kind of shit. And like you said, though, it was also to punish a bunch of wrestlers.
Oh, yeah. Small time. Absolutely right. Shortened Dr. Death's career too. Because he was set to get a big push. He was set to get a real big push. And what's going on, Dark Side?
They destroyed it, man. And we got a new guest here. Someone new to the channel as well, man. Chad Townsend. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. A pleasure. I seen your work. I think it looks amazing. We chatted just a little bit the other day. And I said, yeah, man, you want to drop in?
Yeah, you get to break my CG cherry.
Well, it's more independent over here. Whatever CG, what they pretended to stand for, doesn't really come out to shit anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, CG adjacent, pure indie. It's all good, man.
What does that stand for? Cumgate?
Hey,
as long as you're a good creator and a good person, that's all.
All I know is I've seen you guys around I've been following you guys for about 4 years now. So you know, I've been hanging out in the shadows. You know, been real envious of everybody getting to do their own thing. So.
That's good. Everybody can hang out. Everybody can hang out in the shadows sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as you're not hanging out in the shadow of a pizza parlor.
Oh yeah,
it's all good.
Yeah, I don't hang out in the backs of pizza parlors.
Yeah.
You know,
oh no,
it's that and doxers. I can't stand those people. And someone came out who's supposedly the leader of this shit, who again, there's proof that he is a doxer, and I don't want anything to do with that shit. It's dirty, it's gross. We're over here having a good time and making books that we want to make, and for everybody else. So that's what it's about. All this other shit, too many people playing too many games, and I can't stand that crap. So that's it.
I'm pretty sure I'll be doxxed before too long. That's all right.
It's ridiculous, man. You know, they preach, yeah, fuck the mainstream, but then they do the exact things that the mainstream does. Or just the scumminess, it's awful. The whisper campaigns, blacklisting bullshit.
It's all terrible. And I officially have left Disney today, so I'm no longer with that company.
Oh damn.
I was on the #1 animated series on Disney, and I'm gone now. So
holy hell.
Holy crap, dude.
Damn.
Well, wait. So how was the morale when you left? Because I know there's a lot of really hardworking people there that don't deserve.
There's people on the inside that are not into all the stuff that's going on right now. So but they're way quieter than the ones that are loud.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, but when you find each other, it's kind of like, did you hear this? Yeah.
You got the secret handshake, like the little,
yeah.
Right? Keely's not a fan either.
So
dude.
It wasn't until I haven't seen, here they're talking about how they're inserting a lot of woke stuff into the shows and that, and I don't think I really even noticed it until like this last season I was working on. Then I started seeing little tidbits get slipped in here and there.
The water started boiling.
There's someone who I guess covered this perfectly.
This is like that scene in The Matrix. Now, you could take the fucking red pill, right? Spend the rest of your life jacking off, crying into your chai tea, green latte, what the fuck. Or you could take the blue pill. Was it the red pill? Anyway, take the other pill and quit being a cunt.
Which pill do you want me to take?
Just quit being a cunt, that's what I'm saying.
Cunt!
So, yeah. Butcher nailed it with that one.
So what's the story that I'm hearing about that they really injected a bunch of nonsense into the last episode of The Boys?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
Well, it's been kind of 50-50, but we know a lot of the writers and people who are involved in The Boys, they're very left-leaning in a bad way. But apparently in this episode, it was more like 70-30. And yeah, when you start pulling in the BLM bullshit and trying to make little political statements like that, it's too obvious. And I wouldn't be surprised if their ratings drop a lot now after this one.
Plus, so what you're saying is for this episode, their panties were wound a little bit too tight.
Well, they demonized the guy who said the truth, essentially, and they basically called him out as like a racist bigot. And it's like, no, he didn't say, like, just prove him, attack his arguments, not him. And it was like he had like they brought in like Antifa for some reason. Like, what does this have to do with superheroes?
I have no idea, man. I have no idea. It's disgusting what they do. It really is. But like I said, it looks like I'm going to be bowing out of this series. I want to finish this one anyway because I do like the character of Billy the Butcher. He's like one of my favorites. But
you like his favorite word?
Yeah.
Well, once again, this is going back to something that we've talked about with a lot of these different shows from the beginning, is the minute they start injecting real world politics into these damn shows where it's completely unnecessary. I mean, here you have a fictional world with fictional characters, and there's nothing really supposed to be tying this down to reality whatsoever, but they feel the need to start injecting shit in there. I mean, all the way up until this point, they didn't even hint that like anything like this existed in the show. So why now all of a sudden does it need to be there?
Well, exactly. It dates everything.
Yeah,
it makes it age like gangster rap. Remember the '90s, like Dre Day and all this stuff.
No, I would say it makes it age like sour milk, Chris. But go ahead.
Yeah, well, like seriously, like you put a Zoomer and you put him in front of Dre Day, and they'd be like, "What is it? Who? Why is this guy sucking dick?" And like, who's Eazy-E, and why are they making fun of him? And like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like it's too topical. It doesn't like Antifa's not going to age well. Like 30 years from now, people are going to be, what the hell is this?
Yeah, and it's the stupid thing, man. There's no reason to go that far into all that shit. You want to gloss over some stuff here and there, fine. But already, if you ask me, it's already aged badly because some of the shit that they're trying to push, you could tell when they wrote it and then where the movements actually ended up going. Much like what I said last week, too, or one of my last streams, that whole shit, the people who are at the top of these hashtags, they're usually the ones who do the opposite of what they preach. Again, embezzling money as well. Tons of crazy shit across the board. The Me Too movement, the person in charge of that was doing sexual things to minors. You name it. That's why I said I don't give a shit about hashtags or any of that stuff. Be a good person, put out the right stuff out there, because look what this does. It just poisons everything. And then people stay fighting amongst one another and none of the work gets done. And then people scratch, well, how come things are taking forever to be released? And it doesn't matter if it's comics, movies, TV shows. They always have some kind of excuse to fill in that gap. And it's stupid. When essentially everyone just needs...
Remember what I told you.
Don't be a cunt.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it hurts people like now we have Chad here who imagine being the 3D modeler and texture artist. You have the UV unwrap a giant CG penis for that spec. Like you're not playing that thing. You're not in the and all of a sudden you're like, hey, guess what? You know what you're doing today for a special effect? What? You're rendering a giant erect phallus, and you're going to make a cave or a guy walking. Wait, what?
Highlight of my career. That's what that guy's saying.
Yeah, he's like.
I once told that story with Todd, with McFarlane, when he came into the office that one time, and he goes, anyone who's complaining about shitty jobs, I got a friend who paints cocks. What, Todd? Yeah, he paints cocks for porno magazines. Okay, Todd.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, this was during like an all hands meeting.
Yeah. It's like, can we talk about the figures again? Like where you want those joints?
So we're not going with the white leggings.
Do you want more detail in that, or should we add an extra weapon?
God. Yeah, I mean, I it makes me wonder what percentage of the silence, the people that just keeping their heads down just to keep their jobs at these places there is.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's got to be a like an environment of fear. Like I don't want to go too hyperbolic and say it's kind of like being in Nazi Germany. Das Juden ist verboten. Where you're like, but if you want to keep your job, you're not going to be like,
Not okay.
Hey, dude, I got the J card, man. I can play that card any day. L'chaim.
Yeah, there's a lot of people keeping quiet in the industry that really want to yell out and speak out, but then sometimes people are just barking louder over they are, and that's what they're afraid of. They're afraid of losing their jobs.
Yeah.
Was there anything what was a specific breaking point for you that you just said, yeah, I need to get out of this shit?
It wasn't really a breaking point. Like my wife been telling me for over a year to quit,
Oh, wow.
I had a lot of other personal issues where with the company outside of the job, I had to negotiate over my contracts so many times. It was ridiculous. And haggle, and I felt like, man, I'm having to do so much just to fight for this job. It's such a hassle. Anyway, my wife had been telling me for a year to quit, and finally my contract was coming up this last week or two, and they said they didn't want to renew me, and I was like, great, that's fine. I was so happy.
No.
Shit.
So I just finished my last designs today and turned them in and said farewell. And
dude, isn't that usually how it goes?
But I think one thing that did break me was a few months ago, there was an episode. I don't want to get into too much detail, but because the episode's not even out yet, but they're hinting at a romance between two girls that are underage. And
child lesbians, woo!
Without really saying it, but it was very subtle in the story. And I'm sitting there working on this going, man, this is just, I can't deal with this. This is too much, you know, but.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Well, again, with that leak that came out too, one of the women who was in charge of one of the animation departments or something was saying that she's going to be forcing it in no matter what.
Yeah, 50%.
She doesn't care if it's in the background. She's going to make sure everything that she's involved in is going to have some kind of, you know, how do we say this without saying it? Damn it! Because we're on YouTube, so we can't say a lot of shit. But yeah, it's disgusting. It is grooming. I don't give a shit. It's grooming is what they're doing.
The whole Florida thing, when that first popped up, I was really aware of it, and I'm not going to name names or what exactly happened, but a lot of people on the inside just really started losing their minds over it. And you could tell that they didn't even bother like digging into it. They just were going on the face value of a headline. And they lost it so much to the point that they had to send an email out that said, here's some people at HR to contact to get you in touch with therapists and stuff to the issues.
Wow.
And I thought, really, this is that bad? You're that affected that badly?
No,
you know?
I grabbed the PDF for that.
Yeah, but that didn't even start. That didn't even start with a headline initially. That just started with people fake outraging and creating. Creating
it was propaganda
that the mainstream wound up running with.
No, I grabbed the PDF because I wanted to see it for myself. Was there really anything in there that's like, you know, don't show off gay stuff? You're like, you know, on the fudge packet, you know, like none of that. It absolutely mentioned nothing about heterosexual, homosexual. It just basically said, under the age of 10, you're not showing this shit. After the age of 10, you're going to have to tell the parents. Yeah. That's not, don't say gay. Where the hell did they get that? Oh, yeah, they made it up.
And what did they do? They threw extra money at a bunch of celebrities that have millions of followers, and they got them to get that message out there.
I mean, I would think if there is a gay couple with kids, that's their prerogative to handle those questions with their own kid, but not everybody else's kid, you know.
Yeah. It's not up to the school teachers to be telling the kids that. It's the parents. It's their families. Because, again, nobody on this panel is against that type of stuff. If that's what you do in the privacy of your own home, man. You do not push that on children. Children need to learn, again, like DeSantis said, reading, math, history, stuff of that nature. They're not. Yeah, you're right. They're not. DeSantis had to get rid of a bunch more textbooks because they tried to slip in more agenda stuff in there. I'm telling you, people are unaware of what's been going on. And then they keep trying to, again, they want someone to be an enemy right now. They want him wiped off the board because they know if he runs, he could definitely win. He's done so much good. Florida is one of the only free states, and he's trying to keep it that way. He's getting backing, or he's getting pushed now by Elon Musk as well. You know, if he runs for president, he's down for it. That's an amazing thing right there. And I love what DeSantis said as well. He goes, well, I welcome the support from African Americans because he's from South Africa, Elon.
Well, the funny thing is when we were growing up, you've seen so many of those different companies and everything talking about, where a kid can be a kid. And we've gotten so far away from that and so far out of touch about what it means to actually raise a kid at this point. I mean, I seen the downfall kind of coming when I was growing up, when they started really imposing all these restrictions on how parents can raise their children. And like, well, if you spank your kid more than once a day, you're abusing them and this, that, and they should be able to tell teachers, and whether it's real or not, you can be investigated by DIFUS, like all that kind of shit. Is ridiculous. And that was part of this whole agenda that they were pushing from the very beginning. So they could have state-sponsored freaking instructionals for how these kids should be raised and how they need to grow up. And it's all done through the system at this point.
Yeah. It's unbelievable, man. It really is. But I think just with all the bad shit that they're doing now, everyone's seeing it. All these weird things that happen, the cows that all died. They got rid of all the poultry as well. They did like they took them all out and they claiming they tested positive for something else. I mean, come on. They're starving people. The gas prices that are shooting through the roof, and then we got Captain Dementia, in the brown house because he keeps shitting himself and wiping it all over the walls. We're gonna believe this, please. Get the fuck out. And Elon proved it too with that guy's subscribers on Twitter. He says that 60% of them were bots. So tell me how he got, broke records.
81 million.
Yeah.
More African Americans voted for this man than Barack Obama.
Yeah.
I mean, by the way, I was just gonna say, when the guy Elon Musk is the biggest guy trying to get electric cars out into the world, and he tells everybody, "Hey, we need to still be drilling for oil." It's pretty bad.
Of course.
Yeah, and he's like public enemy number one now too, and he's not even right wing. He's a lefty, so they're eating their own here.
Because he's a super genius, and this guy, he's telling people what are facts, and they don't like that. They want to control the narrative. Why do you think they all shit a brick when he said he was going to buy Twitter, and all those accounts that were blocked got freed again?
Yeah, that was mysterious, wasn't it?
And what did he find out? He found out that 50% of Twitter are bots. And that explains why you get all these attacks, all this, it's tied into other nefarious things.
Well, look what happened the minute Musk said that, pretty much this deal is dead in the water right now. And he said he's kind of backing away from it. As soon as that happened, you've seen Twitter just go on the rampage with a whole bunch of different people. I was included in that rampage because apparently one of the lefty weirdos that I insulted 6 months ago got so offended by what I said that they used Twitter's vague terms of what they consider hateful conduct to get my original account locked out. Well, then they want me to admit I'm wrong. They want me to admit I'm wrong over that shit. Yeah, you can suck it sideways.
No, ain't
not happening.
By the way,
I watched a.
Say hello to Nerium. We got a few more people that jumped in tonight as well into the chat. Hope you're doing well. Again, there's a link if you're up for it. I know it's late by you, but Soul Assassin, Pale Rider. Pale Rider got his book as well.
I'm
happy to love Shadow of the Crack. Go ahead, crack it open, read it, enjoy it even more. Trust me, man, I work so damn hard on it. You could definitely read it. If you're afraid of damaging it, just buy another one. It's fine.
Working harder than a hooker in the Northeast, according to somebody we know.
Dude, I'm telling you, on top of all that stuff too. Yeah, well, we could talk about that later. But we got some merch as well that came in.
Oh yeah,
dude, this stuff looks awesome. I should just blow myself up. What am I doing?
It's it's booty. It's booty.
Bam.
Yeah.
We got some sweet.
I want to plunder that booty.
Again, it's the merch store it's in the description as well. If you guys want to hit it, you can check it out. We got stuff from Through the Woods. Again, shout out to the Kraken, City of Venus, plenty of good stuff. And I just this week I put up a couple more. There's also, if you want a T-shirt from Collectible Pass with 2 guineas, that's me and Tommy. We got a T-shirt on my store and one on his, and they're a little bit different. So check them out. Get them both. Support us if you'd like. It's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing. But yes, shout out to the Kraken. It is shipping immediately, just like all my books now. I got 3 active campaigns. You want some good books? You're going to get them right away. You don't have to wait 3 or 4 years and, see certain creators just dunking on other campaigns and other people and stalking them. You don't need any of that shit. You could just buy some good books. People on panel here, fantastic artists, great people all around. So hell yeah. Thanks, Adam.
No,
dude, good people.
Just something I wanted to add to that. Sorry. Well, I watched a documentary on Chinese trolls. Mm-hmm. Did you know that there's an entire industry in China right now dedicated to jumping on Twitter and trolling Americans?
I'm not that surprised.
Yeah. So some of those bots may not be AI; they could just be commies.
Yeah,
pretty indistinguishable at this point.
Well, I've seen they have like almost like a sweatshop kind of thing set up, and they have all of the all cell phones and stuff.
Yep, yeah, they're off on a wall.
Yeah, wall to wall, dude. It's crazy. But again,
County Maguilo.
I mean, Chris knows more than the rest of us, but I don't know how much more he could say.
Yeah. The Department of Homeland Security probably would frown on me spilling the beans, but
Yeah, don't get into it then. But
all I know is psychopaths operate. They're not human. I don't like them. Okay? I don't like them. Okay?
Frank got beans. Frank got beans.
I grew up in Austin, and I used to do a cable access show with Bill Willingham back in the early 90s. And we used to see him all the time doing his show and working on the video toaster, editing his shows all the time. And I had no idea he's 1 year older than me. Dude looks
conspiracy ages you quickly.
Like, I'm 49 and I'm blown away. Like, dude looks like hell.
It is truly insane, man. Truly insane.
So you guys, where are you, Vinny? What vicinity are you? What area?
I'm in Florida.
Oh, you're in Florida?
Yep.
I figured you like a New York guy. You know,
I was.
Oh, the accent.
Yeah,
what are you talking about? I'm very Midwest accent. You guys
coffee
crazy.
Talk, dogs coffee, no big whoop.
But anyway, awesome one. Message me either on Twitter or send me an email. You should have got your notification. And if not, I know there's one or two people that I'm having trouble contacting. I emailed them. There is one from New Zealand who please reach out to me. Well, I don't want to give out this person's name, but someone in the Midwest. So please, people, check that your addresses are absolutely 100% correct. Again, I sent out all the books. So I only have 2 here that I'm waiting to hear back from people I contacted. So
absolutely, because apparently you can't rely on Indiegogo to get it right, because my address information was added correctly in there, because I've received numerous books. Yet you were telling me that my address was off for some reason.
I don't know what the deal was, but me in the post office, we figured what it was. I messaged you and you went, no, this is it. I'm like, all right. I had one other problem with someone else like that as well, where apparently Indiegogo wouldn't update it for some reason. If that's the case, please just message me and we'll get it sorted out. But so that's not too bad considering all the backers. We only had 1 or 2 that there was a slight issue with. But receipt has correct address. Again, just message me privately and tell me what your backer number is. Like I said, either on Twitter or message me through Indiegogo. It's the best way of doing it. But again, don't want to say something, and we don't give out people's information here.
No. No
like
ducks, no ducks.
Yeah. So I'm just telling you how to reach me, and we'll get it sorted out. But yeah, man, it's what do you guys? Beanie wieners. All right.
Here we go.
Chris is wearing his beanie, and that thing looks amazing on him.
I'm Tim pulling it up today.
Awesome. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I would have shaved. I pretty much. Well, yeah. Mother Nature and Father Time gangbanged my hair out of me about 20, almost 30 years ago.
I saw that video clip of him getting his hat yanked off.
Yeah, just
and it totally changed my outlook on this guy now. I can't see him the same anymore.
Yeah, once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Yeah, you can't unsee it.
It's like the guy's equivalent of fake boobs.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Vinny seeing that 3'3" Papa Smurf in real life. He can't unsee that either.
Oh no!
Keebler elves are real.
Words are like bullets.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow?
Yo!
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Helmet appreciates you showing that clip. He's right there eating hay, enjoying every second of
it. What was that, Chick?
I was counting the assholes on this ship.
Just in general at this point. No, like I said, man, we try to keep things as genuine and as real as possible because there's too many fakes out there, too many people that were trying to pull a fast one on fans, on other creators. I'm just sick of it, man. I was at my breaking point like last week. I am beyond sick of it. Too many shitheads out there. Not enough good people, not enough genuine people. And again, when we work this hard, we're sick of these slap fights that everyone's having on the internet and all this shit. Take a look at what's going on right now in the United States and the rest of the world. Don't you think we got bigger problems? But no, they're all out there with a knife in one hand, waiting for you to turn around. It's gross, absolutely gross. But that's why we push.
I find it highly entertaining. I mean,
it could be to
play the fiddle while it burns.
Yeah, but you know what it is though. It's the whisper campaigns that there's people that you think you're cool with, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, they're not responding, or they don't want to. Okay, why? What the fuck happened? There's a lot of fake shit going on, and it's worse if you ask me than what the mainstream people do. Because they'll just blacklist you and forget it. Over here, they'll try to blacklist you, talk shit, put in the crocodile smile, and then hurt you in other ways. It's garbage, man. It's absolute garbage.
There's a lot of that I've noticed going to comic conventions too, just in Artist Alley. A lot of those guys are all backstabbing each other all the time.
Yep.
It's like the creative industry.
We're all here for the same reasons,
Right. And that's it, man. If you can't get along with people, then just don't deal with them. Stay the fuck away from them, and then things will be fine. You stay in your own corner. If you can't be good and you can't help one another out, because I help so many people, and then 90% of them, they're ready to say fuck you or walk away or not even answer you, and it's really dirty. But like I said, I'm not looking to go on anyone's shows. If someone asks me to go on, I see they're a good person, yeah, I'll go hang out. But otherwise, I could give a fuck. There's just too many stupid games being played. I
think also too that I've noticed that it's really silly some of the things that people get really upset about, and they don't let it just glide off their shoulder.
Yeah,
that's not a very
world ending.
It's really not professional, considering I don't know. I've worked in video games and entertainment for 7 years now, and I had to get a thick skin. It's not personal. If somebody says anything bluntly to me, it's just kind of like, all right, it is what it is, and I don't care and move on. And
right, I prefer if someone just said, "Oh, I don't like you," right off the bat. All right, fine, cool. Thank you for letting me know.
I don't like you.
We need to deal with each other.
I genuinely like everybody. Right? I try to give everybody the benefit of a doubt.
Well, I give people chances, and then when they show me who they are, then it's a different situation. So again, there's people I've showcased for months who introduced them to a bunch of people, and then right away talk shit, backstab. I'm like, and then they were scratching their head why I'm not sending them links. I'm like, you're a fucking piece of shit, and you're crazy. Leave me alone.
Damn. Well, I think a good measurement is like, does it make you bleed? Does it cost you money, or does it take time from you? Those,
And again, it's a colossal amount of wasted time that these people do, because that's what it is, man. They're sitting there just trying to drum up drama. They still think drama equals sales. Fuck you. If that's how you want to make your business, it's disgusting, and it's not going to last long. You can see why certain people are hemorrhaging sales all the time now, or they can't get the numbers that they used to.
It's a great upfront thing. It just doesn't have the marathon. It's a good sprint.
Well, that's
it's going to exhaust you.
Well, that's the thing, Chris, because if it was supposed to be more genuine and people were supposed to help one another, that's how things were starting in the beginning. That's how it was rolling in a good way. Then you have two people who are in charge of it. One goes, I'm not CG whatsoever. And that's Meyer. He came out and said that, fought with fans too. He said wasn't going to put any political bullshit in his books. And that's all of his books now. Even the titles of it have that shit in there. It's like, are you for real? I get it's all flip-flop nonsense. So people dumped a whole bunch of money in to help him with his lawsuit. And what happened? He bent over for Mark Wade. Like I said, that's why I don't look to any of these people. I don't give a shit. I got into doing independent books because that's what I want to do. I want to tell my stories without having to answer to anybody. No one's giving me a paycheck going, yeah, Vinny, you're doing a good job at the company. No, this is me. This is all me. I'm doing what I want to do. I want to tell good stories. I want to have cool people on my channel. That's what it should be about. If we grow it in that way, yeah, things could take off and stick. You know, we could have something special here. So
I agree with that. That's kind of why I'm tired of working for corporations and
yeah,
man,
it's
dude.
not it. I mean, I'm blessed that I had a paycheck that I could take care of my family for many years, but in the end, it's not rewarding. Like, I mean, it doesn't mean anything. You can work on any big name character, and it doesn't mean anything in the end. When you're done, it's not yours.
And that's exactly it. I've known people who just they've worked in the industry and that's it, and they haven't created their own thing. I'm like, how could you be working that many years, you know, on those characters and you don't have your own?
Well, yeah. Well, that's the nature of the beast, though. I mean, like you, Chad, you said you've been in the video game industry for like 26 years and stuff. I was only in it for 10. I was only in it for 10. And the first thing that I noticed right off the bat was the people above you, their entire purpose is to legitimize their job and make you feel insignificant and expendable. And then everybody that's your peer is using you as a stepping stone to step on your corpse to elevate themselves.
I just get tired of dealing with guys that spend too much time worrying about making themselves look like they're really busy and doing a whole lot. And
I'm important.
And they're doing more to look out for their ass and get other people fired when they could just do their job.
Yeah. It's like it's already hard enough as it is. Like coming up with this creative shit isn't just like a finger snap. Like you're actually busting your ass out there. Those crunches, those are taking years off your life. Meanwhile, you're dealing with this like social political bullshit of like these office politics. Dude, I was so ill-equipped to handle that because I was an asshole. I was like, somebody comes at me and be like, "Well, fuck you too," you know?
So when I started in video games, the studio I started at was called Iguana, and they made the game NBA Jam and Turok and NFL Quarterback Club, All-Star Baseball, all those. And I think the game industry was way better at that time because at that time they wanted to give everybody royalties and they didn't care if you were a skilled computer artist. They just threw you right into the fire. And
nice.
I don't know. I look back on that little bit of era fondly, but the older I got, I completely retired from video games in 2013. The last game I worked on was an Epic Mickey game, and it was 10 months straight of overtime, 6 days a week from 9 to midnight. And I had like one of the worst nervous breakdowns I've ever had, and an anxiety attack, the whole thing. And
sorry, man,
I'm done with games. Like,
dude, that sucks.
Yeah,
that's it. Sometimes when you gotta go with that stuff. I had a couple jobs. One of them I still can't even talk about. That something similar. You know, they put so much pressure. Or they do so many other games and shit.
Up and shit out.
Well, yeah, and that's it. And when you've never missed a deadline, you put out the best work.
They don't care about you.
Yeah, they don't.
No, you're expendable.
These companies don't give a shit. But you know who does? Tony does. A Clown World Review for $2. He says, "I just want money for minimal effort." Hashtag OnlyFans.
You know, you sit there talking about how the mainstream is doing everything, all these big corporations, everything. You're talking about how most of these morons in CG are doing things right now. And at this point, they are actually making the old Russian bread lines look more productive. Just
they are, man. Hey, we're not talking about stuff on that side of the world. Because I know sometimes where it could go. Tina.
Well, see, that's why I said old. Say
right.
Old.
Got you, man. Yeah, no, it's so much poison, and that's what I can't stand. You know, it's that hypocrisy that so many people like. They're we're gonna make it different, blah blah blah, and then you're doing shit that's way worse. You know, you can't sit there with a little flag going. You hate SJWs, and then you do tactics that are worse than theirs. You know, I didn't know. Someone told me recently. One of the fans told me. They threw me under the bus on somebody's stream. Threw me under the bus for what? For getting books out on time? For being cool with everyone? Get the fuck out of here. That's why I said I ain't taking shit from anybody. Dude, we got the doc in the house, man. Adega. Hey, brother.
I can't believe you've been live for an hour. I'm sorry, I'm so very seriously late.
Oh no way, man. Look what I got right here. I got a Degas book.
Oh,
What do you think of it?
look at that.
I think they printed nicely, man. Hardcover is always the way to go.
Oh,
anyway.
that's beautiful.
Yeah, man. This is print on demand. I think that the font,
that's really cool.
Everything's a good size. Yeah, man. This is beautiful stuff right here.
And that's from Amazon.
Yeah, I wish mine would have came that nice. Those freaking bastards at Amazon. Ugh.
Oh,
But it's already taken care of. They're going to be sending me out a new one. So.
Oh, good. Good.
Excellent.
That drove me nuts. That just oh my god, freaking Amazon, man. I don't even know what they were thinking.
I don't know, dude.
I mean, at that point, with the way they sent the book, they might as well have sent it in a refrigerator box.
Oh damn, piano box.
Well, don't interrupt your scheduled event. Sorry, I just popped in. So.
Oh, dude, no worries whatsoever, man. Like I said, whenever you could, you got a link. You can come in. You can come and go as you please. It's all cool, Doc. Yeah, you're a friend to the channel. You're a good friend, regardless. Yeah, it's no big deal. We don't have any punch cards in here. But yeah, no, it's nuts. Some of the shit that's going on right now, it really is insane. But that's why we're working so hard on the books that we're doing, the other projects that we're getting out there. Chad, if you have any work you'd like to show as well, I know you don't have a campaign yet, but you're working on something, right?
Yeah, I'm working. I'm doing a brute cool story bro story.
Oh, nice.
A 7-pager. It's written by Bill Willingham, the creator of Fables. I don't have anything to show though right now, just yet. But okay. I've known Willingham since I was a teenager, so it's the opportunity to draw something that that he's written is like one of my all-time bucket list things. So
nice.
I got my start in comics as an assistant to a bunch of different inkers and artists in the early 90s, and I slept on couches all over the country. So I was
been there.
I was assistant to a guy named Art Nichols who drew the first Magnus Robot Fighter books for Valiant back in the day, and he was Neil Adams' personal assistant for years. So I'm like second generation assistant to Neil Adams.
Nice.
So he was under Neil's wing for a long time. So anyway, I've got a long history, and that's how I got out of it, because my dad convinced me to try video games, and so I went for.
Thanks, Dad.
It was actually normally hear that. One of my parents told me to get into video games.
Yeah,
it's usually the opposite.
Yeah, he gave me I kept trying to get work in the industry, and Jim Ballant was trying to get me as the inker on Catwoman, and I'd been rejected I don't know how many times. And Julie Schwartz rejected me, said I didn't have a name for myself, even though I'd been assistant to all these guys, and said no. And I was just completely heartbroken over the whole thing.
That
and
my
dad had shown me this ad in the paper in Austin several times to Iguana, and he showed it to me one more time. I went, all right, Dad, I'm going to listen to you. And I went and applied and got hired the week of my 23rd birthday, and my career just shot off from there.
Wow.
So,
sweet.
Yeah. See, that's cool.
I got all my 3D skills early on in the video game industry there. I taught myself, and I got so good at it, I had a learning curve. I could teach somebody to model and texture in 2 weeks, like I had, without any skill.
What program did you start with? Was it like Maya or 3D Studio?
It was Max.
Nice. Yeah. 2.5?
Probably.
Dancing Baby?
I just remember it was like 10 discs. Like it was a stack.
Holy hell. But dude, going back for a second on what you said though too, it's what did that editor tell you? Oh, you don't have a name. Well, how are you supposed to get a name if you won't try? They always have like this handful of piss poor excuses what they throw at people that they don't want to throw work at.
But Catwoman was a flagship title at the time, and Jim Ballant just didn't like the guy inking him, and he liked my inks over him. So But it is what it is, and
you see how that works. You see how that works there. You have the artist who's drawing the character and says, "Oh, this is the guy I'd like to ink over my stuff," and they don't listen to him. This is why the industry is what it is right now. They're not giving proper chances to one another. And again, it's the piss poor excuses to keep certain shittier people in there. Again, I don't know if I don't know anything about the guy who's inking his work, but I'm just saying in general, because I've seen this across the board too. They'll have people who are less talented, who've been there longer, or they're just because they're friends with somebody, they get to keep these jobs. And it's just like this little bubble. And this nepotism, this is little bubble, and they don't want anyone to go in it. And when someone new does come in, it all kind of depends what they could do, if they could use that person, if they're going to throw them under the bus, if they're just going to give them a one and done. It's crazy. I talked to an editor, maybe 20 something years ago. I was at New York Comic Con and just ran into him, and I'm like, you want to take a look at the portfolio? He's like, I saw it on your business. I saw your business card, like the artwork on there. That looks nice. Okay. And he's like, listen, I don't want to bullshit you. He goes, if I'm looking for an artist, all I got to do is walk into that room over there, into Artist Alley. And he goes, and he just starts rattling off top names. You know, your Adam Hughes, all these, like he just goes across the board, right? And goes, yeah, that's usually how it is. So I said, so I should just get a table in Artist Alley. Not necessarily. You just told me if you want an artist, you're not going to talk to somebody random. You're going to go into that room over there and you're going to hire someone over there. Oh, but it's only big names. I see how that works. That's what the industry has been shit from top to bottom, much like Joan said earlier. It is what it is, man. These people are gross. And it's funny. When I started exhibiting at New York Comic Con and these other ones, and I started getting lines longer than some of the people in the industry, they're sitting there scratching their heads. Like, what's going on? I had a couple of them ask me, what are you working on, man? Are you working on Marvel or DC? I'm like, no. What are you doing? I said, I'm doing my own thing. Well, how do you have a line like this? I said, maybe because I'm talking to people like I'm talking to you. Genuine, real. I'm not just, buy my stuff or get away from my table. I'm not pulling that shit. The majority of the industry is like that, and it's fucking shit. It's pure garbage.
God, yeah.
Yep. Without meritocracy, you have mediocrity. It just you can't have excellence without people being allowed to be excellent, you know?
Yep.
Well, it's just the sheer disdain for their customers. It blew my mind when I got into the video game industry, and I'm with these indie guys, and they're shitting all over their customers. And I'm like, they're the ones keeping the lights on, guys.
Right. I almost got into a couple of fights with these industry douchebags for that same reason. I'm like, you're treating them like garbage. Why are you doing that? Because I'm a fan. I collect. You know, comics.
Yeah, I'm a customer too.
Exactly. And when they come to the table, like we're having a good conversation. I'm asking them whether they want to buy something or not. It's what movies or shows are you watching? What do you enjoy? Like, what's kind of, I pick their brain a little bit, and it kind of betters what I'm doing anyway too. Because there's a certain type of book I'm looking for I don't see in the market, and there's a certain type of book that fans are also looking for. And I know that they gravitate just to a name, because if you just work for Marvel or DC, they don't care what it is. As long as you work for them, you have like an instant fan base. It's weird how that works. It's almost cult-like. But I've seen it kind of across the board. But again, if you could kind of build from nowhere and you could get a following like that too, trust me, just being good to people and putting out product that they want, it could work that way as well. So I don't know. There's a mental defect. Something isn't working. I don't know if it's just most artists because they're introverts or whatever. There's something odd between all of that shit. I don't know. Sorry, I started rambling.
My dream is to be Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird.
Nice.
That's always who I admire.
Cowabunga, dude.
Yeah, well, Eastman. I mean, he had Julie Strain for a number of years.
Well,
Chad, I'm very worried about you saying that, Chad, because you want to be two people at once. Does that mean you're going to take the they/them pronouns?
I don't dig the pronouns thing whatsoever. So, but I actually was trying to get a job. You remind me, I was just trying to get a job at Netflix on a show, And the interviewer, she asks me at the end of the interview, okay, so my pronouns are this and this and this. What are yours? And I'm just was dumbfounded. I'm like, what?
When
you
I ever
have to
get asked
ask
that,
me looking at me?
yeah.
What is
When I ever
like
get
that's
asked that-
anything? Yeah, you're looking at me right now.
Uh-huh. You should have put your hands on your chest, patted yourself, then grabbed your crotch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a guy.
No, my pronouns are His Majesty and His Royal Highness.
I just thought, is this a requirement? Like, this is matters. Like, you're gonna judge me based on what I answer, aren't you? Like,
Yeah, man, they actually do at this point. This is why on my old account that got locked, I put my pronouns on there. It was F and U.
Yep.
No, I mean, it's and by your command.
Yeah, Cylon.
Yep.
No, it's offensive when it's like we're placating like less than 3% of a population for like this, this deviation or whatever. This really small fringe minority of people that may or may not have mental illness of some sort. Whatever. I'm not going to get into that, but the idea is that we're all placating this tiny minority. That's offensive to me. It's like, you're looking at me. You can hear my voice. What do you think I am?
It's usually people that are in their early to mid 20s, or a really old person that's never had any kids of any kind.
Yeah.
And they're still hippies, and I don't know. That's how I categorize it.
Well, the best part is that most of them are a small minority of a minority group, because most of them are not even part of any of these groups that they're claiming to sit there and protect and sitting there pushing this stuff for. Most of these people are like from the suburbs and shit like that, and then I have nothing to do with any of it. But they just want a virtue signal.
It's real.
I want to make them feel inclusive.
It's real heavy in colleges. My oldest daughter went to college and was exposed to all of that from her psychologist teachers, So,
oh, that's the worst.
Yeah.
Mental health is flooded with this crap now.
Yeah, it's insane. Years ago, I guess maybe 10 years ago, I used to do a lot of like pickup games, playing soccer with local people around here. And there was a handful of really cool ones that they were going to college and stuff. And they said that their teachers there were pushing this stuff. So there was maybe one or two that was like, oh yeah, no, like fighting on behalf of like the left. And like, dude, like it wasn't even to that level yet, but you could see where it was going and how the brainwashing starts. Then like I don't know, I haven't seen that person in like maybe 6 months around that time, like in between. And then I ran into them again, and they were completely against what the teacher was teaching them. Like they saw it for themselves, what had happened. And they're like, oh yeah, fuck that. They're insane. They were trying to brainwash. And I mean, like eventually, like people were able to see it. But now, fast forward 10 years or whatever, and just see what they did across the board. From again, what they did to our former president, this whole shit, this narrative that they pushed just to brainwash, to control from social media, from the news outlets, all that stuff. It is absolutely insane.
A bunch of slack jaw bundle of sticks.
Oh no!
I get my pronouns on this live stream, but Vinny's told me in the back room that I couldn't do it.
Not okay.
My pronouns will make you a goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus.
Dude, it really is psychotic, man. It truly is.
My youngest daughter, she's still in high school, and during COVID lockdown, they would do the Zoom calls kind of like this with the class. And I was listening in to her social studies, history teacher. And I was astonished to hear her leading the class, kind of like a lawyer, I guess, or leading witnesses on, well, why is communism better than capitalism? If you could get food and healthcare and everything else for free provided to you by the government, which would you think is better?
Nothing's free.
I know. And I'm listening to this, and I was just shocked. I was shocked that a teacher was in
a shit out of
it was and she's at a Christian high school too. So
oh wow.
But that
this is a private school?
Yep. And she's gone now.
Good.
She left. She was planning a trip to Korea, and I was just hoping it was north. Like,
yeah, dude, that's scary when the because I mean, my nephew, he came home one day with a gender unicorn paper. My sister and I both looked at each other and we're like, "Yep, he's going in private schools. This is not happening. This is scary indoctrination bullshit. This kid does not deserve this kind of crap." So we put him in. He's in private school now. If that shit is still hitting him, where the hell are we supposed to? We're supposed to homeschool everybody?
Homeschool, that's what everybody is talking about. Everybody's talking about homeschooling at this point. But you see what the government is trying to do. They've been trying to do it for years. They've been trying to force the homeschooling out, and they've been trying to force kids to go to public schools at that point. Why? Because that's the only place they know that they're going to get away with the messaging.
Our Texas governor just passed a bill about a month ago, I think, to allow parents who have kids in public schools, rather than give that money, they're giving that money to the kids as a credit to use into any school that they want. So they can go to private school if they choose, rather than a public school. So that money is going to start following children around. So
as it should.
I hope that changes things.
Real quick, awesome one. I just messaged you, brother. So go check it out. And I sent you tracking. I don't know why you didn't get notified. That's weird. If anyone else, if you guys didn't get notified, if you back the book, just let me know. It's bizarre. Sorry about that. But
man,
yeah,
dude, that's freaky. Communism better than
dude. It's psychotic what they're doing to these kids. All this shit, and that's why we're trying to be as vocal as we could. But there's certain words we can't say. We do, and right away they take down channels and shit. It's so stupid. It seriously is. But it shows
Yuri Bezmenov warned us.
Yeah, it's the narrative that they want to put out there. It's the brainwashing that they want to do. Here's the thing, though: people aren't falling for it anymore. Our administration is proof of that. People looking at that, everyone is flipping out right now.
Well, Chad's anecdote is a very common thing that I've been hearing all throughout this lockdown. Parents are finally hearing some of the garbage that's being shoved into their kids' curricula. And they're like, wait a minute, you're telling my kid that, these things that I obviously know are untrue because I went through a non-Marxist education.
I think we might be doing that soon. I was toying with that idea, maybe doing maybe once every couple of weeks or something. At least until we get some kind of following building up properly over there. Because Odyssey, from what I understand, it's one where we could say whatever we want, which would be great.
I'm telling you, Wes does them over there. And, for the longest time, he was doing Trekking on Tuesdays. Mm-hmm. So he would start Trekking on Tuesday on YouTube, and then he would basically post the link to go over to Odyssey, and he would do the rest of the show over in Odyssey where he could say whatever he wanted. He could actually show the episodes that he was talking about without having to worry about some kind of ridiculous hit from YouTube. So, yeah, they definitely do let you say whatever you want over there.
Good.
I think you could stream simultaneously with Streamlabs to several different places like Odyssey and Twitch and.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you definitely can, but it's a little bit difficult if you stream it simultaneous, if there's stuff that can't be said on YouTube. So I think that's
Kraken just cuts it off.
Yeah, that's why Wes does it the way he does it. So he just begins it there to get everybody in and then have them go over to Odyssey, which I think is really smart on his part.
Yeah. Like I said, I think we should be playing around with that at some point soon.
I use it. I like going to Odyssey quite a bit.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, because I have the thing where whatever I upload automatically goes to both. But I never streamed over there yet. So, we could try it out. We could definitely try it out. It's just too much bullshit, and we're all kind of sick of it. But again, that's why we got some cool projects, and we'll start talking about some of these projects. Again, City of Venus, if you haven't gotten it yet, it's shipping. So get a copy, grab 2, give it to a friend, let them know. We got some awesome books out there. 52 pages, perfect bound. I did everything on this. I did put up something new on the campaign again. So we have an option over here. I was looking at what I have left on some items. So limited cover. If you're still looking for the limited cover, I have a set over here with 2 prints and a keychain. There's only 7 available, so if you want to jump on that, if you're still looking for that one, jump on it. Did I do something else on here? I can't remember. I think that was it. That I gave one more chance for people if you haven't gotten the limited cover, because it was pulled. I think the only other way to get it right now would be the Ultra Bundle, and there's only one left of the Ultra Bundle. So jump on that if you could. Again, I know Chris Fisk, he's got some cool stuff out there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to grab that key as well. So, 1 second. Yeah, man, his book looks incredible. And yeah, Chris got all of his stuff today from Shadow of the Kraken, which is really cool. Yeah, man. Chris is a brother over here.
Can I show something off that I got from Shadow of the Kraken? Dude, look at this original art piece right there. That's getting framed and put on the wall.
Hell yeah, man.
Pencil. Awesome. See all that stuff behind me here?
Yep.
Well, it'll be a nice spot
color,
for
man.
the wall.
Hell yeah.
Good.
Absolutely, man. That is again, Chris is he's a legend. He's a legend right here, and his project is killer too. I highly recommend it. Like I said, as soon as I started, I just was gonna thumb through it. It was late at night. I'm like, I'll read it in the morning or something. And I sat and read through the whole damn thing in one go. For just like, I'll read the first page or two, and then oh wow, this is pretty cool. And I just kept going until it was done.
Did you reach out to Chris immediately after and say, "What the hell with that ending, Chris? Where's the rest?"
No, because my cliffhangers are pretty extreme as well.
Well, that and I had a long discussion with Vinny after a stream one night, and pretty much spilled the beans on about 60% of the story.
Yeah. I know more. I know more.
Well, I mean, it's I guess in a way it's kind
shell
of a selfish
news.
thing. Yeah. Right? Well, it's kind of selfish because he's going to be working on an art piece for it. So. Woo!
Oh yeah, Scotsman. If you want to do something for, if you want to ink over something on City of Venus too, definitely. I would love to have you do a piece or a page or something. Just you let me know when you're available and what the deal is. Again, man, Scotsman, he's got a killer project coming out too. Hiro. Can't wait for that one. He's been posting up some beautiful artwork, character designs and stuff too.
I recognize that avatar on Twitter.
Yeah, man. Scott's awesome. Look at this guy. Send it.
Yeah.
I know you have a couple of pieces, I believe, from City of Venus that I had sent to you. And some things I will be using, I believe at least one of those I'm using in the next book. So again, we'll talk. We're gonna hang out soon anyway, brother. Yeah, man. No, it's a good thing. Absolutely. That's what I mean. We do have awesome people in here. I know I went on a little rant before about some snakes and shit, but the good people who are here, dude, it's like their family, and that's what I love. It's just we got to weed through the shit sometimes to find that gold, and I think we have some pretty damn golden people here, and that's what I enjoy. Just be real, be true, none of that fake bullshit, and don't plagiarize. If you plagiarize, you're not welcome in my circle at all. Just saying. Anyway, this beautiful book, Chris, tell people about this one and what they got coming up here for the next project and all that good stuff.
Sure. So we've got about, I think there's like 31 physical copies remaining of this book, and when they run out, they're gone, man. Like I'm not reprinting this version, so I might later on have I'm looking into Amazon actually to do a kind of I don't want to say a cheaper, but a more affordable version that's like a floppy. Mm-hmm. So you won't get this nice perfect bound book version. But I mean, if you're into high fantasy, you like the kind of the origin of the elves and the fae and all that stuff. It's it's based on Welsh, Irish mythology as well as some Scandinavian stuff. And I mean, I built this thing back in the 90s, so we're looking at pre-woke kind of Saturday morning cartoons with a little bit of the old ultra violence thrown in.
And like I said too, man, I do recommend if you guys want it, don't wait for later. Again, get that quality, man. It's the same as the stuff that I do. So if you want the nice finish on it, beautiful pages, the thickness, everything is there, man. I could definitely attest to that.
Sweet, yeah. So it's 50 colors. 50 full color pages. and it ships immediately. And we're currently in production for book 2. Like we're in full swing, man. We're hitting 2 different teams simultaneously to see about what we can get for like the optimal art. Because I took all of the feedback I got from the surveys that were sent out to backers of the first book, and I'm taking that stuff seriously because I mean you guys gave me money for this. I owe you a product, so I'm listening to you. And what we're seeing now is obviously the collector's box that the all physical copies are shipped in. The campaign for book 2, I'm hoping to start it probably around the same time the end of this year. It's like I did last year for book 1. But with all the logistics and things going on, it might be a little later. I'm not entirely sure yet. But I've also I don't know if you follow me on at Infinitail Comic on Twitter. I started showing off some of my fun little experiments here, where we've got some of the from the tabletop role-playing game, some of the weapons cards. So it's like, I can have a standard weapon, or I can have one of the nice purples. There's obviously I'm using the Curel system. Common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary, but common, something different. And I was playtesting them earlier this week, and we had a blast. So it's nice to see that even though I got like some nice art for most of the stuff, some of it is still kind of in the designer art stage. People are having a blast with it, so it'll be cool to get this at least in small portions, maybe out into people's hands. Be like, oh, so this is how the Chronicles are. This is how these were made, because the Chronicles is actually part of the Infinitel fantasy role-playing game system that I developed back in the 90s. And they were the Chronicles game sessions, so the adventures. And part of it is actually a proof of concept to see if I can make a role-playing game system that can legitimately create collaborative storytelling stories. Like that old Navy commercial with Keith David, if somebody told a story about your life, would anybody want to hear it? Like, there you go. That's our adventure. We're more than just miniatures and war games. We're actually telling a fully scripted out story that it's dynamic. No adventure is the same, so you can't get the same kind of railroading that you get from Dungeons and Dragons.
That's what I mean, man. It's the thought that went into this, and like the whole way you set this up is killer, man. So between the book and what you're building there on the game section side of it, man. Again, Chris is somebody to back. And
I got an idea for you, Chris.
What's that?
Next campaign you do, figure out how to make that box so people can cut it up and turn it into a dice tower or something.
Nice.
Use the whole thing.
Yeah. Just
yep.
Gotta watch out, man. Yeah, whenever Chris he gets those kind of ideas, or someone helps him and something springs, he'll do it.
Like, you got to make use of the whole package.
Yeah.
Right.
Get a dice tower origami out of it. So it's like,
yep.
It's pretty brilliant, man. That's pretty damn good.
Sweet.
Oh yeah. So guys and girls, jump on this now. Don't sleep on it. Again, beautiful stuff. And like I said too, I just showed it a minute ago. We got the Doctor's book. You can get it on Amazon. This thing is glorious.
Yeah.
I didn't do a size comparison with Through the Wood. Let's see. Are they about the same? Oh, almost, man. I beat you. I beat you just by a little, just by about like a half an inch.
Girth matters. Girth matters.
Mine has more words.
Yours does have more words. Mine has more art. But this is beautiful. I can't wait to dive into it. Adega is just one hell of a great person and a very talented writer, man. Some of the stuff I have read so far. He had sent me a PDF. Just really, really cool stuff, man.
That's limited.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Tell the people about it, or what they can look forward to.
That version's only going to be out probably another 3 weeks or less. And then if you're going to get the book, Chris just helped me today with getting it formatted. So it's going to be available probably in about 3 or 4 days. And it's, instead of paying the big bucks for the big book, it's only going to be $10, but it's smaller. It doesn't have the fan art in it. It will have the quotes from Joe Malazzi in it, so you know that an actual professional who's very respected for his sci-fi stuff says, yeah, this is good stuff. So that'll be in there. And then as soon as my artist finishes, The next book in the series will go into hardcover just like that one did for a short time. And finally, I was able to get with someone at Kindle. So we figured out why The Blood Witch was not released yet. So that one should hit in about 3 days. So that's a full novel, not a novella. If you like dark, high fantasy, blood, guts, and gore with solid character development, instead of the phony stuff that you have, you're in for a whole new universe. You're gonna love it. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Sweet, man. That is absolutely awesome. Yeah, back and support if you could. Yeah, Chris, thank you, man. You put out the link out there, so yeah, people go jump on it. You could also just type it into Amazon too. If you're in the blues in the link or you can't find it, but I believe it's in the description as well on here. Yeah, go for it. Please do. Chad, was there anything else you'd like people to know about you? Or
I'm just jobless now. I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh no!
Damn. Well, but you are working on something. I saw something cool that you posted.
Yeah, so. I've got a book that is completely finished, and I just need to finish doing all the the gray tones and the lettering and scripting on it just to tighten it up. But I want to do another add-on book to go with it. So whenever I launch that.
Nice.
That's the key, Chad. Always keep it tight, brother. Always keep it tight.
And someone who's a fan of Bernie Wrightson is also A-OK in my book.
Bernie gave me that.
He gave it to you?
He gave me that print.
Nice.
When I was about 19, 20 years old.
Holy hell, man.
Ago. And over here on this shoulder, I've got a lot of original Arthur Adams pieces, like.
Oh, dude, I love his stuff. That's killer, man. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Chad, you can come back anytime. Like I said, usually on Sundays we go a lot longer. Fridays usually go about an hour.
That's what she said.
We went an hour. We did about an hour and a half.
Stronger and harder.
Right?
Yeah, tighter.
Speaking of people who like to give it to shitty people hard, that's Tommy, man. Tommy, let the good people know where they can find you.
We're kind of worn out. It's been a rough week for us, so we're just like taking a nap, relaxing and chilling.
That's cool.
Trying to get back into the swing of things. Hopefully, I'll be able to get something done for Monday for retro discussions, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. And I do have a bunch of stuff sitting in the editor for next collectible past. If I don't get held up too long with MRI, I'll see how things go. I mean, everything right now with the after effects from that freaking accident is still plaguing me. So,
dude, man,
what can you do? What can you do? But guys, thanks to everybody in the chat for coming out. The awesome panel here, guys. Remember, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should or should not watch, because your silence gives consent. And who knew a Cash App could be used for hookers?
Just look up my name. I do have a channel.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I've got 700 subs, and I haven't posted anything on it in a while, but I'm about ready.
Well, yeah. Next time, just send that over to me, and I'll put it in the description as well. And
excellent, thank you.
Oh, dude, yeah, no problem.
Is that Chad at Chad THX1138?
Yeah,
on Twitter. All right, man. Got another follower.
Hell yeah, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's it. Let's put some support out there for some good people. Right now, he's jobless. Yeah. So if you want to go check out his channel, give him some support and keep an eye out for him as well on his, the project he's working on. Once we have more information, like I said, man, you're welcome back anytime you want to come on.
Thank you.
You seem really cool. And I'm glad too when you told me, like, oh, yeah, dude, I've been watching you for a while.
I've been hiding out for the last few years, and I've seen every one of you guys in some way, shape, or other. So
nice.
Now it feels good to actually to start talking publicly and openly with everybody, and be free to say what I want to say.
Yeah.
Well, we're so glad that we can help you out of the closet here, Chad. This is
yeah.
I've been watching you for a long time, and we're so happy you finally.
I've been very gay for you, and
oh no,
not that again.
Friggin' frog's gay.
That is a cunt move. Come on, even you got to agree with me.
Hey.
Awesome.
But yeah, guys, girls, thank you so much for being here tonight. Everybody out there, again, you're all awesome. Last Word of Truth, thank you for dropping so many links as well. Yeah, oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, do a hashtag Vinnie raid. Wherever you're gonna watch next, that'd be great. Bone, awesome one. Yeah, everybody here. I'm not gonna go through everyone right now. I'm already late for shit I gotta do. But I'll give you one more again. Because this just it really did hit home on every level what Jones said here.
Fuck him. Fuck his family. Fuck all these people. God fucking damn it, man. What the fuck? Is there nobody fucking pure in this goddamn fucking world? Shit. From end to end. All over.
And that's we're trying to bring something good back to it. So that way we can make Jones happy again. Everybody, thank you for being here. Tune back in on Sunday. I know it's Father's Day, so maybe we'll pop in a little. It should be all right, though. I think 9 o'clock is still going to be fine for that stream. But again, if you can make it, cool. If you can't, no worries, guys and girls. Chris, if you have that ender for us, I'll embiggen
Sure. Embiggen me. All right. Have a good one, everyone.
Have a great one.